I turned 42 this year. When you hit a certain age, you look back at the London you used to know. The postcards show the fancy buildings, the tourists laughing in the sun. But they don't see the real city. They don't see how poverty-stricken the edges have become. We weren't saints 30 or 40 years ago, far from it. But if you had a rope, you used your knuckles, you shook hands, and you walked home. Then 2008 hit Ben Kinsella. Just a kid, stabbed to death for nothing. Was that the starting point? The moment the rules completely broke? Let's talk about the reality. I remember the code of the concrete, the old school ways. Growing up in London back in the better days. A simple fist fight back then to settle up the score. A bit of pride on the line, but nobody on the floor dead. Now the kids are traded on for the coldness of the blade. A whole generation hiding in the balaclava shade. They don't stand toe to toe, they don't look you in the eye. They just ride up on the pavement while the modern metrics lie. Stolen mopeds buzzing like a plague through the town, hunting for a stranger just to take the spirit down. They're killing each other for a postcode on the wall, slashing a life away for absolutely nothing at all. Wrong place, wrong time, just crossing the line. And another young soul is running out of time. And the tourists don't see it from the open top bus. The poverty-stricken corners that are grinding down on us. The capital has shifted in the last 40 years, hollowed out by neglect and flooded with tears. It ain't the fancy place they show you on the screen. It's a battle for survival in the spaces in between. Oh, where did we go so wrong? Where did we lose the thread? When did the streets of our childhood turn into a ledger of dead? Was Ben Kinsella the warning that we completely missed? When the darkness took the city, clenched it in a fist. Look at the headlines breaking in the middle of April. A story that makes your entire stomach turn unstable. Laura Coleman walking 8 months along in a stride, carrying a miracle, a beautiful life inside. A coward on an electric bike, mouse the pavement from behind, snatching for a phone, completely brutal and blind. She held on tight, dragged off the curb by his greed, falling flat on her 34 weeks pregnant stomach. Indeed, how do you understand the mind of a kid who doesn't care? Who would push a pregnant mother and leave her bleeding there? And the system wants to tell us that the danger is equal, but the numbers don't lie when you look at the sequel. If you're raising your children where the income is low, there's a 3 times higher risk on the roads that they go. The proud communities bear the brunt of the pain, 3 times more likely to be killed or seriously injured in the rain. As a pedestrian walking through the poverty-stricken estate, the infrastructure's broken and it's sealing your fate. I'm trying to see through their eyes to understand how they think. Brought up on a diet of chaos, standing right on the brink. No fathers to show them the path, no faith to anchor the sail. Just tick-tock algorithms and a system that's destined to fail. They're angry, they're hollow, they're numb, desperate for a place to belong. So they look to the gangs on the corner because the home life went entirely wrong. But understanding a tragedy don't mean you excuse what they do. It just means you see the decay that is hollowing us through. We need to wake up. We need to pull back the screen and remember the value of a life that should have been. You ain't a gangster for robbing a mother. You ain't a man for taking the life of your brother. Drop the blade, put down the keys. Where did we go so wrong? Where did we lose the thread? When did the streets of our childhood turn into a ledger of dead? The body might falter, the system might break, but we've got to save the children that this broken country didn't make. 42 years old, and I'm scared to look out the window. Not for myself, but for what we're leaving behind. Laura Coleman in April, she held on tight. Ben Kinsella, in the summer of 2008, he lost his fight. And the kids in the poorest streets are 3 times more at risk tonight. Don't tell me London is fine. Don't show me the tourist lights, silent report music,
time to wake up.